Earth. The structure of Earth. As he walked along the sidewalk in front of his house, AC found an old golf ball in the grass. He picked it up and discovered that the dimpled cover of the ball was cracked. AC had always wondered what was inside a golf ball. Now he could find out. AC pulled the dimpled cover off the ball and found that inside was a thin rubber thread all wound into a ball. As AC began to unwind the rubber thread, which was quite long, the ball became smaller and smaller. Finally, he ran out of rubber thread. At the core was a little black rubber ball that AC could bounce as high as the top of his house. Genesis 1 verse 1 clearly states, "In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth." Let's compare the structure of the golf ball to the way God made Earth. AC discovered that the golf ball had 3 layers. If we were to cut a section from a golf ball, we would see all 3 layers at once. The dimpled outer covering, the layer of thin rubber thread, and the black rubber ball in the centre. God created Earth with 3 layers: the core, the mantle, and the crust. If we were to cut a section from a model of Earth, we would see all 3 of its layers at once. In this illustration, notice that the structure of Earth and the structure of the golf ball look much the same. Earth's outer covering, called the crust, is rather bumpy, like the dimpled cover of the golf ball. Earth's crust has high mountains, low valleys, and smooth plains. The second layer of AC's golf ball was formed by a long, thin rubber thread. This layer was made of a material different from the dimpled cover of the golf ball. The second layer of Earth is called the mantle. The mantle is made of materials different from those in the Earth's crust. We can also see from the illustration that Earth's core is different from the mantle and the crust, just as the core of the golf ball was different from the other parts of the ball. In this piece, we will learn about the composition of Earth's layers. Geologists, scientists who study Earth's structure, have not been able to reach the mantle and the core of the Earth. How then do we gather information concerning the compositions and temperatures of Earth's mantle and core? Geologists have learned much concerning Earth's structure through the use of seismic waves. Seismic waves have been sent through the layers of Earth, and the effects of the seismic waves have been recorded by sensitive instruments. Seismologists, scientists who study earthquakes, read and record the measurements of the effects of the seismic waves. Then geologists use the seismic information to form theories concerning the composition of Earth. Geologists use another process to try to determine temperatures in Earth's layers. They can observe rock temperatures in Earth's crust to a depth of about 7.5 miles, or 12 kilometers. Geologists have discovered that the deeper into Earth's surface they go to take temperature measurements, the hotter the rocks are. Geologists think the temperature continues to rise all the way to Earth's core. However, because no one has been able to reach Earth's mantle or core, there is no way to determine how accurate the theories are concerning the composition and temperatures of Earth's inner layers. These are things only God, the Creator, knows. God tells us in Deuteronomy chapter 29, verse 29, "The secret things belong unto the Lord our God, but those things which are revealed belong unto us and to our children forever, that we may do all the words of this law." Believers know for certain that everything in God's Word is true and accurate. God's Word tells us the things we need to know, and that is why we must read, study, and obey His Word.